There you are. Christmas greetings. I hope you're all having a jolly good time. I know I am. Nectar. Now then, welcome to Dudley Little Theatre's fun-filled festival of festive frolics. Oops, not to mind the old dentures there. Yes, Dudley Little Theatre's Christmas Crackers, a cornucopia of sketches, readings and poetry. Some to make you laugh, some to make you think, some to make you cry. Well, not too much, I hope. I mean, it is Christmas after all, damn it. Anyway, to start our Christmas balls rolling, an amusing little ditty all about the kiddies. It's by Claire Bevan, and it's called Just Doing My Job. Cheers.
I'm one of Harold's henchmen. I don't have much to say. We just charge through the audience, the henchman sort of way. We all wear woolly helmets to hide our hair and ears, and Wellingtons sprayed silver to match our tinfoil spears. Our swords are made out of cardboard, so our blood will not be spilled. If we trip and stab a parent, when the hole is completely filled. We don't look very scary, we're mostly small and shy. And some of us wear glasses, but we give the thing a try. We whisper henchman noises, while Harold hunts for strangers. And then we all charge out again, like nervous Power Rangers. Yet when the play is over and Miss is out of breath, we'll charge like henchmen through the hall and scare our mum to death. Is that better?
Well, back, are you? That's over already, isn't it? Well, yes. Well, wasn't that jolly good? Yes, really, well, good. Next, we have some culture. Oh, yes. A poem by the great John Betjeman. The great John Beachabitch. No, that's not right either. No, wait, it's coming. John Betjeman. That's the one, yes. A poem by the great John Betjeman, appropriately entitled Christmas. This will make you think.
The waiting bells of Advent ring. The tortoise stove is lit again, and lamp oil light across the night has caught the streaks of winter rain in many a stained glass window sheen, from Crimson Lake to Hooker's Green.
The holly in the windy hedge and round the manor house the yew will soon be stripped to deck the ledge, the altar, font and arch and pew. So the villagers can say, the church looks nice on Christmas Day.
Provincial public houses blaze, corporation tramcars clang. On lighted tenements I gaze, where paper decorations hang, and a bunting in the red town hall says, Merry Christmas to you all.
And London shops on Christmas Eve are strung with silver bells and flowers, as hurrying clerks the city leave to pigeon-haunted classic towers. And marbled clouds go scudding by the many-steepled London sky.
And girls in slacks remember Dad, and oafish louts remember Mum, and sleepless children's hearts are glad, and Christmas morning bells say come, even to the shining ones who dwell safe in the Dorchester Hotel.
And is it true, this most tremendous tale of all, seen in a stained glass window's hue, a baby in an ox's stall, the maker of the stars and sea, become a child on earth for me?
And is it true? Or if it is, no loving fingers tying strings around those tissued fripperies, the sweet and silly Christmas things, bath salts and inexpensive scent, and hideous tie, so kindly meant.
No love that in a family dwells, no carolling in frosty air, nor all the steeple-sounding bells can with this single truth compare, that God was man in Palestine and lives today in bread and wine.
Well, that was truly inspiring. Yes, a wonderful slice of the old cultural pie with custard. Didn't understand a word of it, I'm afraid. Ha. Well, no matter. Now, it's that special moment on Christmas Day. You've had your dinner. You've pulled the cracker and she slapped your face. It's time to settle down in front of the telly and have 40 winks. Yes, it's the Queen's speech. Oh, but not just any old Queen. Oh, no. We are honoured by the Queen of Dudley Little Theatre herself. None other than Mother Goose. Take it away, Ma.
A warm festive greeting to you all from the Palace of Dudley Little Theatre. And a somewhat sad and lonely palace it is this year, as we celebrate this Yuletide season, eating our own socially distant festive baubles. Christmas is traditionally a time for getting together with family and friends, those we like and those we don't. But not this year. Oh no. This year is very different. Let us not be disheartened, however. Instead of sitting in our little festive bubbles, brooding about what we might have been doing this Christmas if the world had not been in lockdown, we should think back with gratitude, remembering all the wonderful experiences we have had and the achievements we have made this year. No, can't think of any, but never mind. We at Dudley Little Theatre had a wonderful year of entertainment lined up for you, but due to a certain worldwide pandemic, all our carefully thought out plans ended up down the pan, along with last night's fin de lieu. It has indeed been
An annus horribilis.
On a more personal news, yes, we head into the season of goodwill to all men. I would ask all of you to spare a thought and a good wish for one section of our community who without Christmas would have no reason for existence. Yes, of course, one is referring to the pantomime dame. The pantomime dame is the essential ingredient, the very epicenter of the traditional Christmas pantomime. A panto without a dame is like Christmas pudding without brandy butter, or Boxing Day without a hangover. There is nothing like a dame, nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a dame. But I digress. This Christmas, we are in a world without dames. I speak not only for oneself, Mother Goose, on this matter, but for all my many colleagues around the country, indeed the world, and the Commonwealth, who are out of work and destitute this Christmas. Widow Twankey, old Mother Hubbard, Goldilocks' mother, and Dick Whittington's cook, to name but a few, all of them unwanted and trying to scrape a living to earn a crust. The ugly sisters now live in the London Underground, I'm told, basking an act derivative of the Charcoal Brothers. And poor old Mother Hubbard is doing Boris Johnson impressions outside an orphanage. One considers self one better blessed. One has secured an inside job in Selfridges, in Santa's Grotto, as an elf. In conclusion, there is one further matter one would like to share with you all, and that is the subject of Christmas dinner. It is as essential to the tradition of the festive season as is the panto and the dame. But if you are planning to have Goose this year, don't look at me. One won't be here. One is off to spend Christmas with the family in Turkey. God bless you all, and may you have a very wonderful Christmas.
What? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. What? Hello again. Yes. Well, it wasn't that good. Yes, it is truly inspirational. Yeah, not enough about these days, is there? No. We could do with a lot more of, what we just saw there. Yes. Well. Time now for another slice of that delicious cultural pie as we prepare to experience a child's Christmas in Wales. By that, most Welsh of Welsh scribblers Dylan Thomas. I was going to do the accent, but you'd just think I sounded drunk.
Bring out the tall tales now that we were told by the fire, as the gaslight bubbled like a diver. Ghosts wooed like owls in the long nights, when I dared not look over my shoulder. Animals lurked in the cubbyhole under the stairs where the gas meter ticked. And I remember that we went singing carols once, when there wasn't the shaving of a moon to light the flying streets. At the end of a long road was a drive that led to a large house, and we stumbled up the darkness of that drive that night, each one of us afraid, each one of us holding a stone in his hand in case, and all of us too brave to say a word. The wind through the trees made noises as of old and unpleasant and maybe web-footed men wheezing in caves. We reached the black bulk of the house. What shall we give them then? Hark the herald? No, Jack said. Good King Wenceslas. I'll count 3. 1, 2, 3. And we began to sing. Our voices high and seemingly distant in the snow-felted darkness round the house that was occupied by, well, nobody we knew. We stood close together by that dark door. Good King Wenceslas looked out of the feast of Stephen as the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and then a small dry voice like the voice of someone who has not spoken for a long time joined our singing. A small dry eggshell voice from the other side of the door. A small dry voice. Through the keyhole! And when we stopped running, we were outside our house. The front room was lovely. Balloons floated under the hot water bottle gulping gas, and everything was great again and shone over the town. Perhaps it was a ghost, Jim said. Perhaps it was trolls, said Dan, who was always reading. Come on, Jack said. Let's go and see if there's any jelly left. And we did.
Well, wasn't that excellent? Ah, yes. And so, Welsh. It took me right back to my own childhood. Well, not in Wales, of course, but you know what I mean, yes. Well, enough cultural pie for the moment, I think. We don't want to make ourselves sick now, do we? Pardon me. Oh, granted. Time now for a bit of singing. Yes. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Well, I'm trying to.
When the steeple bells sound their aim, they don't play it in tune, but the welkin will ring one day, and that day will be soon. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Ah, well, that was tuneful, wasn't it? Oh, yes. Well, I always like a sing-song at this time of the year, don't you? Now, this next one will make you smile. Imagine 3 teenage girls. Sorry about that. Imagine 3 teenage girls trapped in lockdown. Yes. They decide to have a bit of a girly chat on this Zoom thingamabobbins thingy. Let's listen in and see what happens, shall we? Yes, why not?
Give over now, would you? That's enough. Cinders will be here any moment. No. Stop it now. Give over, I said.
RSW, what are you doing?
Hey up, Cinders.
All right, are you? You look a bit flushed.
Oh, it's me dog, Grumpy. It keeps rubbing against my leg. Now that's enough. Stop it now. Cinders is here.
Grumpy, I thought he was one of your dwarves.
Oh, I named the dog after him. Anyway, how are you? How are you, Chuck? How's your panto?
Oh, nightmare girl with all these lockdown restrictions.
Oh, tell me about it. Mine's the same. Do you know I can only have 5 dwarves this year, else we'll be exceeding social bubble regulations.
Only 5? That's rubbish, that is, girl.
Snow White and the 5 dwarves. What's that all about?
Oh, that's rubbish, that is. How are you going to pick them?
Who?
The 5 dwarfs.
Oh, I'm running auditions. Now sit, Grumpy. Stay.
Well, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, I know, it's difficult. Anyway, how about you? Your hair looks well good.
Oh, do you think so? Thanks, Gail. I got Rapunzel to do it for me. I shouldn't have seen her really, but what the hell? Nobody will know, will they? It's nearly Crimbo.
Cow?
Who?
Rapunzel. She wouldn't do mine. She said we'd be breaking social distancing rules. The cow?
Oh, don't take it personal, SW. She wouldn't do Goldilocks either.
Oh, wicked. The dark roots will be shown by now then. Can't wait to see that.
Anyway, Rapunzel owed me one for that date I set her up with Prince Charming.
Oh, how did that go?
Oh, she really let her hair down by all accounts.
Well, she's still a cow. Have you seen that vlog she's doing? Rapunzel's all maker. Pathetic. What does she know about it? Have you seen her hair close up? It's mega greasy. Looks like you could fry chips in it. Bet you she only washes it once a year.
Oh, well, she does, because it takes her nearly 12 months to dry it again.
Lucky cow, just because she's too tight to get it cut.
Oh, I don't think she's tight, girl. Not from what Prince Charming says, anyway. You all right, Gail?
Grumpy, no, I'll put you in the kennel. Sorry about that.
Are you sure that's the dog you've got down there?
He's a little monster, that's what he is, and he's going to be in serious trouble before much longer. Where's Sleeping Beauty anyway? I thought she were joining us.
No, I don't know what you asked her along for, the stuck-up madam.
She's all right, Cinders.
Oh, I went to drama school. I can do a received pronunciation. The toffee-nosed cow.
She's all right, Cinders, just 'cause she talks proper. Must be great to be able to sleep for 100 years at a time. Wonder what it feels like. Hey, if you'd slept for 100 years, what's the first thing you do when you woke up?
Have a massive wee, I should imagine.
No, seriously.
Seriously, do you know why she's called Sleeping Beauty?
Well, I thought it was because she spent so much time in bed.
Oh, it is, but not her own bed. Do you get me? If you think Rapunzel's loose, you should hear what Prince Charming says about Sleeping Beauty. You rattle around, he says.
Bloody hell, and she seems so well brought up too.
Convent education, SW, they're all the same. Hey, I heard something the other day that you could use in your acts.
Oh, yeah?
What is it now? Hang on, let me get this straight. Yeah. Did you know that, statistically speaking, only 1 in 7 dwarves is happy? Only 1 in 7 is happy. Do you get it? Happy.
I've heard it before.
Have you?
Only about 5,000 times.
Oh, happy though, happy. It's great, it cracks me up every time.
Oh, never mind about that. Give me the goss on Sleeping Beauty then. Who's she been with?
Well, what I've heard is...
Oh, later, girl, later. She's here. She's here.
Hello, sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh,
Overslept, did you?
yeah. Your hair looks great, girl.
Oh, thanks. Rapunzel did it for me. Don't let
Cow.
on.
Cow.
Oh, she did mine too. It's great, isn't it?
It's lovely. So, how are you both? How are your pantos going?
Mine's rubbish. I can only have 5 dwarves this year.
Oh, that's frightful.
I heard you had 5 dwarfs in one night.
Sorry.
So she's auditioning 5 dwarfs a night to make it fair.
Are you, darling? How amazing.
Well, my panto's crap too. I get a leftover pumpkin for Halloween. Meow. And 2 rubber mice. That's all. I can't have animals on stage this year. No golden coach, no white horses, a plastic flip-flop for a glass slipper. The ugly sisters have got to stay the other side of the stage because of social distancing. Not that I care about that, mind, because they're a couple of right greaseballs. But I mean to say, what kind of panto is that going to be? It's crap.
It's the reduced audiences, though, isn't it, darling? They're not going to make the money, so the budgets have got to be cut back. I'm only having a camp bed this year, for goodness sake.
Well, I heard the Beast in Beauty and the Beast is a stage doorman in an old rug.
Random.
It's amazing. Well, look, girls, sorry, I've got to be going. I've got a dick session in half an hour. Dick Whittington? We're running through his lines. He says there's 1 or 2 things he's having trouble getting his tongue around. Moustache.
What a tart. Look, Gail, I'd better be off too. I hope you get your dog sorted out.
Me dog? Oh, yeah, I'll soon have him eating out of me hand.
Ta-ta then, SW.
Bye, Cinders. Now, that's enough, Grumpy. You're a bad boy. Now, off you go. I'm sending Dorothy for my next foot massage. I mean, his audition. That's 1 down and 6 to go. Looks like I could be in for a long night.
Teenage girls? Must have had more of this than I thought. Well, always wondered what they got up to when nobody was watching them. Quite disappointing, really. Yes. Well, anyway, this next one illustrates the consequences of too much pie. Not cultural pie, you understand? No. Just ordinary pie, you know. Well, see for yourself.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through the house nothing would fit me, not even a blouse. All the cookies I'd nibbled, the eggnog I'd taste, all those holiday parties had gone to my waist. When I got on the scales, there arose such a number. When I walked to the store, less a walk, more a lumber. I'd remember the marvellous meals I'd prepared, the gravies and sauces and beef nicely reared, the wine and the rumbles, the bread and the cheese, and the way I'd never said, no thank you, please. As I dressed myself in my husband's old shirt and prepared once again to do battle with dirt, I said to myself, as only I can, you can't spend the winter disguised as a man. So away with the last of the sour cream dip. Get rid of the fruit cake, every cracker and chip, every last bit of food that I like must be banished, till all those additional ounces have vanished. I won't have a cookie, not even a lick. I want only to chew on a long celery stick. I won't have hot biscuits or cornbread or pie. I'll munch on a carrot and quietly cry I'm hungry and lonesome and life is a bore. But isn't that what January is for? Unable to giggle, no longer a riot. Happy New Year to you all, and to all a good diet.
Enjoyed that one, did you? Ah, good. Yes. Well, you see what I mean about the pie. Well, this next one is more of a gooseberry pie than a cultural pie. Yeah, but it's still jolly funny. Yes. Penned by the bard with a burr in her voice. Yes, this is Pam Ayres' Christmas Eve poem.
It was Christmas Eve on a Friday. The shops was full of cheer, with tinsel in the windows and presents twice as dear. 1,000 Father Christmases sat in their little huts, and folks was buying crackers, and folks was buying nuts. All up and down the country, before the light got snuffed, turkeys they got murdered, and cockerels they got stuffed. Christmas cakes got marzipanned, and puddings they got steamed. Mothers they got desperate, and tired kiddies screamed. 100 weights of Christmas cards went flying through the post, with first-class postage stamps on those you had to flatter most. In a million kitchens, mince pies was being made, and on everybody's radio, White Christmas it was played. Out on the frozen countryside, men crept out on their own, hacking off the holly what other folk had grown. Mistletoe in willow trees was by a man act clear, so he could kiss his neighbour's wife he'd fancied all the year. Out upon the hillside, where the Christmas trees once stood, all was completely barren, but for little stumps of wood. The little trees that flourished all the year were there no more, but stood in a million houses, shedding needles on the floor. And in every cupboard, cranny, hiding place and nook, little bikes and kitty strikes were secretively took, with yards of wrapping paper clustered round about. Bikes were wheeled to bedrooms with the pedals sticking out. Rolled up in Christmas paper, the action men lay tensed, waiting for the morning when their fighting life commenced, with Tommy guns and daggers scattered all about. Peace on earth, goodwill to men, the figures seemed to shout. The church was standing empty. The pub was standing packed. There came a yell, Noel, Noel, and glasses they got cracked. And up above the fireplace, Christmas cards began to fall, and landing on the floor said, Merry Christmas to you all.
Oh, just a bit of a top-up, you know, yes. Well, wasn't that good? Yes, I love a bit of Pam Ayres. Such a down-to-earth young lady. No airs and graces. Get it? Airs and graces. You see what I did there? Yeah, well, please yourself, yes. Well, anyway, now, it's Christmas Eve in Dickensian London. The Ebenezer Scrooge is sitting alone in his parlour with just one candle to illuminate it. Then he turns on his laptop.
Blooming Christmas. I hate it. Ding dong merrily on high. Sod off. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. I'll deck anybody that tried that in my hall. But I hate this time of the year. Hate it. Just not natural. I mean, look at this. Blooming Amazon. You can do all your Christmas shopping from home now, can't you? That's no good. I want to be able to say, well, the snow was too deep. I couldn't get out to the shops, or I twisted my ankle tripping over Tiny Tim's abandoned crutch and couldn't leave the house. It's rubbished all the decent excuses. And look here, Amazon, special deals, half-price offers, delivery guaranteed by Christmas Eve. Well, it just encourages people to spend twice as much as they'd have spent anyway. Well, you won't get me that way, Amazon Prime. Oh, no. Bah, humbug. Oh, humbug. Oh, very tasty. Oh, now where did I come by these? Didn't buy them, did I? Surely not. Oh, no, I remember. That idiot Bob Cratchit gave them me last Christmas. Well, if he thinks he's going to get anything back from me this Christmas, he's got another thing coming. It'll be the usual small bag of coal, and he can count himself lucky he's getting that. Oh, these are nice, though. I might just have another one. I suppose I should remember last Christmas, really. What with those three ghosts barging in here and trying to show me the error of me ways, and that blooming Marley clanking around my bedroom in chains. God, what a night and a half that was. All a load of rubbish, of course. Conjuring tricks to give a fellow nightmare, indigestion in the middle of the night. On the other hand, Oh, look at that. Half-price duvet. Nice colour too. Oh, that'd be a good present for the young sleeping beauty. What are you thinking, Scrooge? You don't do presents. You just don't. Oh, just a couple of clicks away, though, and she'd be lovely and cosy for the next 100 years. Well, why don't you do it, Scroogey? Get her the duvet, just a couple of clicks away. Oh, now you've done it. You sentimental old duffer. The duvet's ordered. It's on its way. What have you done? Oh, those 3 ghosts last year. They weren't really, you know. It's just a trick. That little sod Tiny Tim and his mates trying to scare me. Oh, they're nice. Lovely pair of women's brogue shoes. Oh, that'd be a good present for Mother Hubbard. She gets through shoes like wildfire, what with having to turn them into sheltered accommodation for all her kids. And they're, oh, that's cheap. Wonder what size she is. Big, I suppose, having to cater for all those brats. Sorted. So, that's Sleeping Beauty and Mother Hubbard. Now, who else? Oh, that poser Prince Charming, I suppose. He's bound to meet up with Sleeping Beauty over the holiday, and I don't want her to say, hey, guess what? I've had a really cool duvet off that miser Scroogey. What did he get you? And in that emaciated blonde hair fop replying, bugger all, tight arse. Well, I'll get you then. Men's grooming kit, less than half price and postage free. That'll see to you. You vain ponce. Oh, this is great. A Peter Pan flight bag. Humpty Dumpty electronic egg timer. Aladdin desk lamp options. Arabian style. Captain Hook gloves. Oh, damn it, they only sell them in pairs. Oh, what the hell, it's Christmas. Now, who else is there? Ugly Sisters. Basket of beauty care products. Spot on. 1 each. Sod 'em, they can share. Make up for Captain Hook's gloves. Big Bad Wolf. Oh, damn it, Amazon doesn't do restraining orders. Well, we'll forget him. They do crutches, though. Singles, too. Oh, perfect for Tiny Tim. Won't have to watch that pathetically obvious artificial limp anymore as he drags his emaciated carcass tortuously across the cratchit kitchen to get more donuts and cakes from the cupboard. Oh, my word, this is tiring. Still, nearly done. Just Cratchit and his nagging wife. Fire lighters for Mrs. C, and Cratchit gets the normal small lump of coal. Oh, come on, Scroogey. Be fair. Oh, like 2 lumps this year, and he can have them both out of my scuttle. Well, that was extremely satisfying. Oh, but all this generosity is very tiring. I think I'll just have 40 winks. I don't want to overdo it. Oh, my God, what a dream. What a nightmare. I've become all kind-hearted and soppy and generous. I'd spent a fortune on presents for a load of people I don't even like and who don't like me either. Too many humbugs. That's what it must be. Eh? All these emails from Amazon. Thanks for your order. Thanks for your order. Oh, it wasn't a dream, oh my God. I did it. I really did it. I actually bought all these people presents. I've become a kind-hearted old buffer after all these years. Must have been those 3 ghosts coming round last Christmas Eve. That's what's done it. Oh no, the 3 ghosts. I've completely forgotten them. I've left them off the list. Oh, what do you get for 3 ghosts at Christmas? Oh, spirits, of course. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Frankie? Well, that was a bit unexpected from old Scrooge, wasn't it? Well, anyway, to bring our show to a grand finale, something that we all know and love, and understand. Yes, the magnificent 12 days of Christmas. Milkmaids, partridges, lords a-leaping. The whole damn works, in fact.
25th of December. My dearest darling, that partridge in that lovely little pear tree. What an enchanting, romantic, poetic present. Bless you and thank you. Your deeply loving Emily. of December. My dearest darling Edward, the 2 turtle doves arrived this morning and are cooing away in the pear tree as I write. I'm so touched and grateful. With undying love, as always, Emily. of December. My darling Edward, you do think of the most original presents. Whoever thought of sending anybody 3 French hens? Do they really come all the way from France? It's a pity that we have no chicken coops, but I expect we'll find some. Thank you anyway. They're lovely. Your loving Emily. 28th of December. Dearest Edward, what a surprise! 4 calling birds arrived this morning. They are very sweet, even if they do call rather loudly. They make telephoning impossible. But I expect they will calm down when they get used to their new home. Anyway, I'm very grateful. Of course I am. Love from Emily. 29th of December. Dearest Edward, the postman has just delivered 5 most beautiful gold rings, 1 for each finger, and all fitting perfectly. A really lovely present. Lovelier in a way than the birds, which do take rather a lot of looking after. The 4 that arrived yesterday are still making the most terrible row, and I'm afraid none of us got any sleep last night. Mummy says We should use the rings to ring their necks. Only joking, of course. I think. But I know what she means. But I love the rings. Bless you. Love, Emily. 30th of December. Dear Edward, whatever I expected to find when I opened the front door this morning, it certainly wasn't 6 socking grey geese laying eggs all over the front doorstep. Frankly, I rather hoped you had stopped sending me birds. We have no room for them, and they've already ruined the croquet lawn. I know you meant well, but let's call a halt, shall we? Love, Emily. "31st of December. Edward, I thought I said no more birds. But this morning I woke up to find no less than 7 swans all trying to get into our tiny goldfish pond. We probably not think about what's happened to the goldfish. The whole house seems to be full of birds. To say nothing of what they leave behind. Please, please, stop! Your Emily." "1st of January. Frankly, I think I prefer the birds. What am I to do with 8 milkmaids and their cows? Is this some kind of a joke? If so, I'm afraid I don't find it very amusing. Emily." "2nd of January. Look here, Edward. This has gone far enough. You say you're sending me 9 ladies dancing. Well, all I can say is that judging from the way they dance, they're certainly not ladies. The village just isn't accustomed to seeing a regiment of shameless hussies with nothing on but their lipsticks cavorting around the green. And it's Mummy and I who get the blame. If you value our friendship, which I do less and less, kindly stop this ridiculous behaviour at once, Emily. "3rd of January. As I write this letter, 10 disgusting old men are prancing about all over what used to be the garden before the geese and the swans and the cows got at it. And several of them are taking inexcusable liberties with the milkmaids. Meanwhile, the neighbours are trying to have us evicted. I shall never speak to you again. Emily. of January. This is the last straw. You know I detest bagpipes. The place has now become something between a menagerie and a madhouse. And a man from the council has just declared it unfit for habitation. At least Mummy has been spared this last outrage. They took her away yesterday afternoon in an ambulance. I hope you're satisfied.
of January. Sir, our client, Miss Emily Wilbraham, has instructed me to inform you that following the arrival at 7:30 this morning of the entire percussion section of the Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra with several of their friends, she has no other course left open to her but to seek an injunction to prevent you from importuning her any further. I am making additional arrangements for the return of much assorted livestock. I am, yours sincerely, G. Creep, Solicitor at Law.
Ah, well, thank you all so much for joining us for this festival of festive festivities. On behalf of Dudley Little Theatre, it only remains for me to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And a safe and preposterous, prosperous New Year. And let's face it, it's got to be safer and more phosphorescent than this year, hasn't it? Merry Christmas.